Hello and welcome. I am Alexander Oltner, the game director for CK3, and today we will be taking a look at a free update coming alongside Roads to Power. So something that I felt was missing while playing CK3 was that historical scholars and characters of note that weren't rulers wouldn't appear. Dynamically, we form these dynasties of rulers throughout the game, but smaller character families like that of Fibonacci or Hildegard von Bingen aren't represented. Now they will be born in certain provinces where they come from. They will adapt to the culture and faith that happens to be there, so it's not all too deterministic. You can even choose to play as them through the adventurer system if you own Roads to Power. So as a response to what players were asking for in one of the earlier dev diaries, we decided to add something called vassal directives. You as a liege, if you fulfill a certain amount of criteria, can ask your vassals to do certain actions. For example, convert their lands, build economical buildings, promote your culture, etc. So sometimes when you want to play Crusader Kings, you have choice paralysis and you don't know who to play and what to play. Maybe you will go on to the forums to see an interesting character thread, but we thought, why not present an option in the game itself? So the Character of the Week system is there to prevent choice paralysis. Sometimes I don't know what I want to play and I want the game to suggest something to me. In the main menu, you will have a character, their associated start date, and a short description of who they are and what you could achieve through historical means, for example, restoring an empire that they dreamed of. So we're adding message settings in the Roads to Power update. And with these, you will be able to customize a myriad of different feed messages and toasts to be either feed messages, toasts, they can pause the game, they can pop up, that's a brand new functionality. You can turn them off entirely if you don't want to see them anymore. Essentially, we will now allow you to customize messaging to your heart's content. 1178 was chosen because it has a lot of interesting history going on, especially for the Byzantine Empire, which is under heavy attack, with the Sultanate of Rum having claimed Anatolia and giving you, as the player, an opportunity to either claw your way back from the ashes as a vassal or to subsume the empire into your own land. So we decided that it's fun to progress through a line, but it's even more fun to have a bit of choice. So when you die and you have secured your succession, you are allowed to choose a new destiny. This will stay within your dynasty, but you can choose between 3 different characters that are designed to be as different as possible. One of them is as interesting as possible, one of them is more difficult, and if you own Roads to Power, one of them will likely be an adventurer or an adventurer to be. So we now have a music player in the game where you can choose to play tracks from all of the released expansions that you own and the base game, and shuffle them and play them as you please. If you want to, you can also exclude certain musical tracks from being played, in case you prefer others. To facilitate the intense political climate of an administrative realm like Byzantium, we decided to update schemes and how they work. We wanted you to have more agency, more control over agents and who they are, and ultimately control the fate of the schemes in more detail. So in Roads to Power, we're breaking up the amount of categories we have for schemes so that we can enable you to have more schemes active at once and also thematically partition them. For example, in administrative realms, you have political schemes, which are separate from personal schemes or hostile schemes. So agents are now more important than ever. Instead of having millions of agents joining in, you have to handpick the most effective agents for 5 at most, different slots. The slots you have available depend on, for example, what type of scheme you're starting. Some political schemes will only allow you to bring in other vassals or powerful political agents into them, while certain others are more down to what your preference is. Do you want it to go fast? Do you want it to be secret? Or do you want maximum success potential? So as your scheme progresses, you build up the potential of the scheme. And eventually you can spend these to execute the scheme with confidence. We hope you enjoyed this look at the free update launching alongside Roads to Power. Roads to Power is coming out September 24th on Steam and Microsoft.
Nice, excellent.
Do your bits and then get back to work.
No. Yes, no, I mean, I am.